Chapter 7. The Journey Through the Dark Forest. The next morning, Dorothy awoke to the soft rustle of leaves and the gentle warmth of sunlight peeking through the trees. Toto stretched beside her, wagging his tail. The Scarecrow stood upright nearby, having no need for sleep, while the Tin Woodman polished his joints with careful strokes. The Lion yawned, his great jaws opening wide, before he shook out his mane. "Are we ready?" Dorothy asked, gathering Toto into her arms. "As ready as we'll ever be," the Scarecrow replied cheerfully. They returned to the yellow brick road and continued forward. Before long, the landscape changed once more. The bright fields slowly faded behind them, replaced by a darker, thicker forest, the deepest they had seen yet. Tall trees crowded close to the road, their branches twisting overhead like tangled arms. The sunlight dimmed until only thin ribbons of light reached the ground. Strange sounds drifted through the shadows, distant growls, rustling leaves, the snap of twigs under unseen feet. Dorothy shivered. "This place is frightening." The lion's tail tucked itself between his legs. "I agree," he whispered. "I'd much rather be anywhere else." "Stay close together," the Tin Woodman said gently. "We will look after each other." The Scarecrow pointed to a sign nailed to a tree. "Look there." The wooden sign read, "Beware the Kalidas." "What are Kalidas?" Dorothy asked. The lion swallowed. "Terrifying creatures. They have the body of a bear and the head of a tiger, and they're very, very fierce." Dorothy's heart pounded. "Do they live in this forest?" "Unfortunately," the lion whispered. "Yes." Still, they pressed on. The yellow brick road guided them through twisting paths and deep undergrowth. The forest grew darker. Every step echoed strangely, as if the trees themselves were listening. Suddenly, Toto barked sharply and darted back toward Dorothy. A loud crash sounded nearby. Branches snapped, and a pair of glowing eyes appeared between the trees. Dorothy clutched the lion's mane. "Is that—" A huge shape leaped from the foliage, landing with a heavy thud on the road ahead. A Kalida. Its tiger face snarled, showing rows of sharp teeth. Its massive bear-like body rippled with muscle. It growled so loudly that the ground vibrated beneath their feet. Dorothy gasped. The Scarecrow stumbled back. Even the Tin Woodman clenched his axe nervously. The lion trembled violently. "Oh dear, oh dear." The Kalida crouched to leap. The lion squeezed his eyes shut and let out the loudest roar he had ever produced, filled with fear, but powerful enough to echo through the entire forest. The Kalida skidded to a halt, startled by the unexpected sound. Its ears flattened as it stepped back cautiously. The lion, still shaking, roared again, this time louder. To Dorothy's amazement, the Kalida turned and fled into the trees, crashing through the underbrush until the forest swallowed it completely. Dorothy stared. "You scared it away." The lion opened one eye, confused. "I did." "You did," the Tin Woodman said proudly. "That was courage." The lion blinked, surprised and unsure whether to believe it. "Maybe courage sounds different when you're terrified." "But you protected us," Dorothy said. "That's what matters." The lion's golden eyes softened. "Thank you," he said quietly. With the danger past, they continued through the forest until they reached a deep ravine cutting across the road. The drop below was steep and rocky, far too wide for Dorothy or the Tin Woodman to jump across. "We cannot go around," the Scarecrow said. "The trees are too thick." The lion looked over the edge and shuddered. I'm scared of heights." But can you jump that far? Dorothy asked gently. The lion swallowed hard. I suppose I could try. The Scarecrow patted him on the shoulder. If you jump with us on your back one at a time, we can all cross safely. The lion trembled, but he nodded. I'll do it. For all of you. Dorothy climbed onto his back first. The lion paced a few steps, trembling, then gathered his strength and leaped. His paws landed safely on the far side. Dorothy slid off and cheered. You did it! The lion's legs shook with relief. One down, he said weakly. He returned to carry the Scarecrow and Tin Woodman across, each jump smoother than the last. When finally all four stood together on the opposite side, the lion let out a long sigh. That was the bravest thing I've ever done, he admitted. It certainly was, Dorothy said, hugging him. They continued along the yellow brick road until the trees began to thin. Light returned. The forest slowly opened into a gentler landscape. Their journey was far from over, but with every danger faced and every fear conquered, their friendship grew stronger. Together, they walked toward the next challenge on the road to the Emerald City.